Welcome to the Multi-Passion Mentor Podcast. This is the place where we talk about everything multi-potentialites deal with day in and day out. The life of, the business of, and different aspects of being multi-passionate.
Thank you for being here.
Let's talk about over-explaining. If someone comes to you and wants to express something that perhaps they say you caused them to feel, or that just something that's on their mind. If that thing rubs you the wrong way for one reason or another, don't immediately defend or explain. Allow the person to say what they need to say, and then let them know that you're going to take some time to reflect on what they said. And they may not like this at first, but it really is the best approach because, for one, you may be feeling a bit heated in the moment. You may not see the truth to what they said right away, and you might need to just sit with it for a while. And after further introspection, you might see some truth to what they said, or something that might have been underlying that you weren't previously aware of. So holding back on a response, or if you have to give a response right away, trying to make it as neutral as possible without taking a stance on it, because you haven't had the opportunity to go within and try to understand from their perspective as well as from your perspective. Another way to look at over-explaining is when you are embarking on a new endeavor, or perhaps you are making some type of change or shift in your life. You've made a decision and you might get questions about it, or you might get judgment about it. Don't feel the need to over-explain yourself. If it's someone important enough in your life that you need to help them to understand why you came to this decision or why you're making this change, then do your best to communicate clearly and concisely. Keeping it brief always helps because it lets the person know you have boundaries, you're not really willing to discuss it further. This is your choice. You are an autonomous being and you have free will. That's the beauty of it all, is that you get to decide what's best for you, especially if you don't have others depending on you. If you have children or a family, then obviously you have to take them into consideration at all times. However, there are even limitations with that because some people are in abusive family dynamics, and with taking that into consideration, they still have to make decisions that are best for their mental, physical, and emotional well-being. So, over-explaining can come into our lives in many different ways. We may feel defensive automatically if we had a difficult childhood growing up and we had to defend ourselves. Maybe it was because we were getting into trouble a lot, or maybe we just had overly controlling parents, or there may have even been an absent parent, or there's so many different situations. If you were a foster child or you were adopted, there's lots of things that can come into play in terms of our psyche and how we operate in this world. Stay inspired. This is Multi-Passion Mentor. Thank you so much for tuning in, Mavens, and we'll see you back here next time. Be sure to visit us on Instagram at Multi-Passion Mentor. Stay inspired.